Say his name.
Dr. Paul Chasen of Ranch & Coast Plastic Surgery botched my boobs, okay? And when I say botched, my nipple was in my armpit. My right boob had 3 surgeries. So
Like,
March
so did it finish that way? Like, he got done with surgery and he's like, "That's good," or
that
did it, like, heal that way?
No, it's called a capsular contraction or capsular something, don't quote me on
Capsular
it.
contraction, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. And apparently he wrote the research papers on it, which is unbeknownst to me about how that worked. But yeah, he did the surgeries. They were fine. They looked great leaving. I flew home. And then after maybe like 4 weeks, I started noticing that the implant was like slipping towards the center of my chest. So if you can picture, I had like my left boob was sitting pretty as she always has. And then my right implant just scooted onto the center. I had a uniboob, but it was no nipple. My nipple happened to relocate to my armpit. So
Oh
I had
my
like a
god.
lazy eye, like I always like the gecko from Geico, and he had like the lazy eye. That's what I looked like. I could literally see my areola to the side.
Oh my god.
So of course I'm like, what the fuck? The pandemic, it's like 3 months into the pandemic. We think the
Yeah.
world's gonna end. I'm like, can I come down to San Diego and get my other boob fixed before the world ends? And they're like, yeah, get a COVID test, then you can fly back down here. So then I flew again in October down. So I had to wait that many months. They like, you can't come right away. Like you have to like heal a little bit because there's been a lot of trauma. So I had to wait from March 2020 till October,
Oh my
all
god.
summer. And all we had to do during the pandemic was be outside because that's all we literally fucking had,
Yeah.
right? So I'm just walking around with a uniboob in a bikini for months. I go
I would have
down.
showed it off like a party trick. Like, "Well, I'm stuck with this. I'm embracing it."
And I can flex my pecs, like, that's always been, like, a fun little party trick, but when I did it, it looked so weird, it was just freaky. So then I go down in October, and they're like, "Oh, yeah, like, that happens because you're really strong." Mind you, this guy's, like, specializes in bodybuilders, and I wasn't that. So my pec effectively pushed the implant out, which we'll get into training, and maybe I, trained too soon. We'll get into that, but really, it was his fault. I go back, they just replace it, they just put it back into the socket. My conspiracy theory is there was a young doctor in the room, and it's in my medical records. I think he was the one who did this one, and then Dr. Chasen did the other one.
Wow.
Okay, so then I go back home, and I'm like, all right, I got my new boobs. I'm feeling great. Buy new bras. It happens again.
How many weeks?
3 weeks later, my right boob fucking pops out again. So then I have to go. So now at this time, I'm like I broke up with that boyfriend. I'm moving to San Diego. I'm there and I go up and get my 3rd surgery and I bring my roommate at the time, Jessica, who's now like a still
Yeah,
really close friend. She's
yeah.
like, you better fix this boob. Well, like she came with me. She like stood up for
She's
me
your
and
momager.
yeah, and I did not stand up for myself at this time. At this point in my journey, I was not in the same voice that I have now. I felt bad to offend him that my boobs were wrong. So then he puts a mesh thing attached to my sternum and then attached to the implant so I can feel a thick piece of mesh inside my sternum that my
Whoa.
implant is attached to so that it doesn't slide out again.
Whoa.